Listen, ladies and gentlemen, Gervonta Tank Davis. Listen, we got some breaking news to discuss in the sport of boxing. Devin Haney was formally removed as WBA super lightweight champion in the sanctioning body. This is basically being reported by everybody. Gervonta Tank Davis is now the sole recognized WBA title holder at the weight, having previously held WBA regular status, ladies and gentlemen. The move was expected. Devin Haney, 31 and 0 with 15 wins by the way of knockout, declared in late November that he was prepared, to abandon, his unified lightweight championship to compete for junior welterweight. We seen what he did. He put on a master class against Mr. Regis. Like I said, he laid the smack down on him. It was really crazy. Um, Despite all this, Haney was still the recognized WBA super lightweight champion as of December 1st. This is from the WBA rankings. This was headed into his fight. We got Gervonta Davis. He has yet to publicly comment on this new status. The only recent round of news involving the two division titleist boxing is that he has converted. We all know that. Shout out to Gervonta Tank Davis. And like I said, there's a lot of things going on with this. And we want to get your thoughts. Get in the comment section. Make sure you subscribe to Flight Sports if you love boxing. I got my man Phonics in here. Phonics, what's your thoughts on this news?
Yo, I just don't know why. Yo, this dude Devin Haney, man, he's a real clown, man. Look, he doesn't want to fight Tank. I don't know why he keeps. And if he does, it's just a money grab, man. You know what I'm saying? It's just a money grab. Stick with Ryan Garcia. That's a good enough bump for you to beat, just like Regis Porteous was, and just leave at the end of the day. Anytime I cover Devin Haney, it's never in a positive light because I just don't respect his last couple of fights, man. I'm sorry. You know what I'm saying? You moving up though for what? What are you moving up for? Why you running? I don't think I think he's gonna get hurt at welterweight, man. This is my honest opinion.
Yeah, I mean, major point on that. What do you think about a lot of people feel like Tank is going to reject this status and things of that nature? Could you see something like that taking place?
I don't know, but I think right now Tank is really on the path to get his life straight, and I think he's moving very calculated right now. I think every move he makes is going to be calculated this year. You know what I'm saying? Um, as far as Tank goes, he don't have nothing to prove when it goes selling out in any state he fights in. You know what I'm saying? He don't have anything to prove with knocking dudes out because that's just what he do and stopping dudes. So I believe the ball is in his court, and I just think he's going to be calculated, man. He's not going to rush. He's going to take his time. He's going to keep playing his game with these dudes and baiting them because really he doesn't have anything to lose behind doing that. And then we should find out something here in a couple weeks, if not before then.
Right. Like I said, his popularity, like I said, don't really warrant this. Who knows what's going to be next for Tank? A lot of people obviously want to see Shakur, Devin. What about a Frank Martin matchup? Loma. Um, where do you see this possibly going? For Tank to possibly fight against? Who do you see him choosing? Because there's so many good fighters out there, top in the division. I mean, who do you see challenging Tank seriously in the division?
I would prefer to see him fight Frank Martin. I would also see him. I would prefer to see him fight Shakur Stevenson. I don't think that's going to happen though. Um, I mean, honestly, the way Shakur Stevenson and he said he had an injury, so I got to take him at his word. But I mean, it doesn't matter. You in the moment, and he just didn't look good last fight. And Tank coach Calvin Ford had talked about this in an interview. He was like, you know what I'm saying? You're only as good as your last performance, and he was like, basically, Shakur ain't cut it. So he probably told Tank like, nah, never mind him for right now. You know what I'm saying? So Frank Martin is a good one. That's somebody good to knock out real quick.
Yeah, the last time we heard about Frank Martin, he was supposed to fight Shakur Stevenson. It seemed to be like some kind of money situation. It was wild, to say the least. Hopefully, in the sport of boxing, we could get out of these things about money, and I mean, it's tough. Do you think that they need to have somebody overseeing some of these deals to relieve some of this pressure? Because at the end of the day, I'm just trying to get the best fights to take place. It seems like every time when two big names start to collide, usually, I mean, we've had some over the past year. I mean, we got the Spence Crawford, we got the Tank, Ryan. People took that for whatever they want to took it. We had a lot of fights in the women division as well. Because it seems like every time when two big behemoth, boxers get next to each other, it seems like money is the deciding factor. How can we go about this to get these fights so we don't get a situation where Tank is fighting somebody we've never heard before?
Well, you're absolutely right. Money is the biggest factor because you gotta understand something. These young fighters, they're not fighting into their 40s and all of that no more. They have made a substantial amount of money. So they just basically trying to do what we call secure the bag. You know what I'm saying? Devin Haney won't be fighting into his late 30s. You know what I'm saying? For all intents and purposes, Bud Crawford at 35, 36, I give him like two or three more fights and he's done. His career will be done. So they're just trying to get the biggest draws they can get, man. You really can't blame them. But as we as fight fans, we want to see certain fights. But unfortunately, I don't think that's going to be the case. I mean, and I think Tank's new name is Abdul Wahid. It could be wrong, so you know what I'm saying. But hopefully that's correct and call him by his new name. But that's what he wants. You know what I'm saying? Like I said, he's at the top of the mountain. He's at the top of the food chain. So if he call you out, it's up to you. Either you take it or you don't. It's just that simple.
Yeah, you're right. It seems like, do you think the fight between possibly him and Shakur has lost some steam? Because it seems like in the last Shakur fight, people thought it was a lackluster performance. The fight between Tank, you don't hear that those two names buzzing. It seems to be Tank Haney more than you hear in Tank Shakur. What needs to spice up that fight?
I don't think anything can because like I just told you a little while ago, from what his coach said, you know what I'm saying, of course he's very close to Tank. So, he know what it is. So if he's saying we're not gonna make it happen, I gotta believe that. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? So I think right now Shakur got a couple more fights in him till he get that big payday, unfortunately. We'll see though. He said, you know what I'm saying, he's supposed to be leaving Top Rank, his promotion team. So he goes somewhere else like Matchroom Boxing with Eddie Hearn or to, what I'm saying, Golden Boy. We'll see. I don't know so much about Golden Boy because they don't really make big fights like talk about. The biggest fight they have, claim to fame, is Tank and Garcia. So I don't know. We'll see. But it's definitely the pressure's on Shakur to be active this year. You know what I'm saying? That's just the bottom line.
Right. That's the bottom line. Make sure you hit the like button and you subscribe to Flight Sports TV for more boxing news, updates, and more. You already